Hello, 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 everyone. It has been a minute. It has been a minute since the healing room has been on. So I want you to take a moment to like, share, and comment. I want you to take a moment to like, to share, and to comment. Let people know that the healing room is on and we are live. We are live. So like, share, and comment, tag a friend, let them know that the healing room is live. Like, share, and comment, tag a friend, let them know that the healing room is live. Go ahead and share this broadcast. If any of you have ever been on the healing room, and you know that the healing room is a space and a place where we just simply discuss. I like to put this disclaimer here. Let me find my disclaimer. This may be happening, but I like to put this disclaimer here. We may be discussing some sensitive topics on tonight. We may be discussing some things that may trigger you. And I always want to preface that this is not therapy, although I am a therapist. This is not therapy at all, but this is just a space and a place for us to begin the conversations. This is a space and a place for us to begin having some of those conversations. This is a space and a place for us to begin to start having some of those conversations. So if at any moment you are triggered, at any moment something comes up for you, please, ma'am, please, sir, make sure make sure that you exit the broadcast and you take yourself to a safe space. So, if any moment this is triggering for you, please exit the broadcast and take yourself to a safe space. I'm just pulling up my phone here, my mobile device, just to make sure that I'm not missing anything. I know last time I was on, um, hey, good evening, everybody. Okay, so I'm seeing comments, so it must be good now. I had to go in and fix it. So good to see you, Pooh. I love you. I love you. I love you. So good to see my sister, Lady Karen Clay, all the way in Illinois. Her and her husband, Pastor Clay, a pillar of fire, doing amazing, awesome things. So y'all tag someone, y'all like, share this broadcast. Let's get these numbers up. Let's get these numbers up. It's been a while since the healing room has been on, but we want to make tonight a great conversation. I'm going to be discussing here. I am an author now. Yes, so I have wrote a book, and so I'm going to be discussing that. And so y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. I'm going to be sharing a little bit about my book, sharing about the things that are to come with the book, some things to be on the lookout, some things to look for. And so y'all tag a friend. It is 8 p.m. So this is, Mississippi is still a little daylight outside. So it's a little daylight outside. So y'all tag a friend. Listen, y'all, I got my cup as it's decaf. But I got my cup of coffee, and look at my beautiful cup that one of the members of our church got me. Says live life in full bloom. So she got me this because if you follow gyms, or if you have been to gyms at our church, it is really a women's discipleship group. And so we meet once a month. We've been doing a book club this year, and our theme was Dare to Bloom. And so she saw this cup and she thought of me. So sweet. So very sweet. So again, like, share, and comment. Y'all share this broadcast. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Like, share, and comment. And just want to be discussing a book that I wrote. And I just recently released it where you can buy it. And I'm going to tell you exactly where you can get it. Tag a friend. So, a little bit about me. I am Nikisha Fleming. I am a licensed clinical social worker. So, that's what I went to school for. I got my bachelor's in social work. I got my master's in social work. Good evening. He said, good evening, state supervisor. I don't know about that, but it's so good to see you, Pastor Avante, doing some amazing things. I believe you in the state of Florida. So he's doing some amazing things, and I get to be with him virtually through the phone on this Friday. And so thank you so much for thinking of me, and thinking of also my parents, evangelist, missionary Shirley Fleming, and also Superintendent Robert Fleming Sr. Thank you so much for thinking of us, my parents, and just being so sweet to them. They think so much of you. And so we love you. And thank you so much for tuning in. So again, y'all like, share, tag a friend. Let's get these numbers up. Come on, come on, come on. Let's put some light on the timeline. Amen. Let's put some light on the timeline. So, a little bit about me. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I have been in the mental health field now. I have been in the mental health field now going on 8+ years. So, I graduated with my master's in clinical social work from the University of Mississippi, and I got my bachelor's in social work from Mississippi State University. So if you don't know, Mississippi State and the University of Mississippi are like rival schools. So I tell people I got the best of both worlds. I just got the best of both worlds. So yes, and so I got my master's in University of Mississippi clinical social work, and after that, I began working in the mental health field, dealing with addiction. I have worked with families. I have worked with adolescents who deal with addiction. I work with geriatrics. I also have my very own business. I have a private practice, and that has been up and operating for 2 years. And I'm so thankful that God has trusted me with individuals and their story. And the whole goal of the healing room, I'm gonna tell y'all how it started. So it started in, man, I think it may have been 3 years ago. It started. The healing room started, and there was a lady. I was doing a mental health summit at our church, and there was a lady that reached out to me who was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and she had dealt with some challenges. She had dealt with some uh, discrimination because of her mental health diagnosis, and some of that came within the church. And prayed about it, was very careful, but really just opened up with her being able to share her story and what she has learned and how she has evolved with having a mental health diagnosis while also being, in a church and being a believer. And so she shared it so beautifully. And she shared it, well rounded, well balanced. And that kind of just started a conversation. And, we talked, there was some coaching, and the coaching was just to make sure that she felt safe and she was prepared. Because, anytime I have brought someone on, I always want to share, hey, this is what we're going to be discussing. This is what we're going to talk about. Do you still feel comfortable? Do you still want to move forward? Just want to protect that integrity. And so, that went really well. And my husband was like, wow, that you got a lot of reception, because I do believe that we're living in a time, and I'm kind of shifting gears a little bit. I do believe we're living in a time where people do have questions, and they're wondering, how do I ask those questions? How do I ask those questions? How do I ask the questions that I so have when it comes to, you know, overall mental well-being? And there's so many components that are in mental health. And I tell people that there is psychology and theology. There's theology and psychology. You can flip it. So, and God, He says, beloved, I pray that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul does prosper. So, I do believe that God is after a healthy church. He's coming back for a healthy church. He's coming back for healthy people. And I do believe that it's very important for us to tend to the mind, that we tend to our soul. Because we can be fractured in our soul, we can have wounds in our soul. So it's very important that we tend to those things. And so the whole goal of the healing room is what you see at the bottom. Let's heal together, right? Let's heal together, because life be lifing, right? Life be lifing on so many different levels. And so there's things that come to fracture us. And we're going to talk more about that regarding my book. There are things that come in to attempt to fracture us. There are things that come in to attempt to silence our voice, the voice that God has given us. There's things that come in that's try to cause us to be timid, to shrink back. But we got to take it back. I want you to say that. I want you to say, take it back in the chat. Come on, declare it. Let's put some light on the timeline, because we are the light of the world, the sun of the earth, the city that is set on a hill. Let's put some light on the timeline. Put in the chat, take it back. Take it back. And while you type it with an attitude. Take it back. You have to take it back. You have to take the voice back that the enemy has tried to come and silence. And that is what my book is all about. That's right. Take it back. Said the word of God, the scripture says, from the days since of David, the kingdom suffered violence, and the violence taketh by force. Say it, take it back. And I want to give y'all the correct scripture reference. So in Matthew chapter 11, verse 12, it says, from the days, it wasn't David, it was John the Baptist. From the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven has been subjected to violence, and the violent people have been taking it by force. Reading the New International Version. So we have to take it back. We have to take it back. We know the enemy's job is to kill, to steal, and destroy. But God has given us a life more abundantly. God has given us a life and a life more abundantly. So we have to take it back. We have to take it back. We have to take it back. So that's the whole gist of my book. And it was in March. If y'all been, watching my social media that I've been posting, because I was posting videos leading up to my book release. And I simply just want to post about just the different narratives that can come up in our head and our mind. So again, I'm here to talk to you all about my book. So this is a proof. This is not the actual copy. This is a proof copy. As you can see, it says not for sale. That's right, Sister Guy. Take it back. So this is a proof. It says Voices of the Hurting. And at the bottom, the subtitle is The Stories Pain Tells and the Healing That Changes Them by Nikisha Fleming. I'm a whole author now, right? So Voices of the Hurting is simply about the different voices that come up, and it starts early. It starts early. So these narratives in our mind, they start as early as our childhood. They start as early as our childhood. So in this book, there's two parts, and it's not a hard read. It's not a hard read, and I tell you before the end of this broadcast where you can get it. But there's two parts. The first part of this book is called "Ouch, That Hurts." Ouch, that hurts. Have you ever dealt with rejection? Have you ever dealt with, being left out, not being the one that was chosen? Have you ever? Y'all talk back to me. Y'all know I like folks talk back to me. Have you ever dealt with disappointment? Have you ever had someone say or make you a promise and you looked so much so for it with expectation? Or have you ever gave life your all, and then on the other side of it, you didn't yield the results that you thought you would? Have you ever dealt with, not feeling secure, not feeling like, okay, I got this, right? I often I was telling a client the other day, I said, man, I wish I felt on top of the world every day, but I don't. But it's those days that I don't that makes me appreciate where my help comes from. It's those days that I don't that makes me appreciate the good days, right? And so we have these voices that are playing in our mind and are playing in our head. And in this book, I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but in this book, I tell a little bit about my story. And some of my story I share in there about how these voices started for me. I want you to ask yourself, how did it all start? How did you get to where you are right now? How did you get to where you are? You are a cumulation of life events. You are a cumulation of the tension between the good, the bad, the ugly, and the in between. You are a cumulation of the right decisions you made and the wrong decisions you made. You are a cumulation of all these things that the word says they're going to work together. Truth be told, we have things that come in our life and it pushes up against these wounds and it triggers those voices. Did you know that you were powerful? Did you know that you had a superpower? Did you know that you can speak things into being? Did you know that you can declare a decree and it can be established? Did you know that you had power on the inside of you? And I'm not trying to preach, but I am a preacher. Did you know? Did you know you can speak those things that are not as though they were? Did you know that you can sing a song and it can uplift somebody? You can sing a song and it can trigger a memory. You can sing a song and we don't may not have language in common, but that song can move because I feel the emotion behind it. Did you know that you had a superpower? Did you know that? Did you know? And what the enemy, not even sometimes, okay, let me be practical over here because I realize everybody that may tune in may not be a believer. But did you know in life, we can feed those thoughts that are negative towards us? And we can listen to the voice of disappointment so loud that we almost put ourselves in position to expect disappointment from everybody. We can put ourselves in position of rejection so loud that we go ahead and position ourselves to say, you know what? They're going to reject me anyways. Let me just isolate. We can put ourselves in position of so loud of the voice of insecurity that we question and second guess everything we do. Think about the different characters in the Bible, and God told them to do something, and they had every excuse why they shouldn't, or they couldn't, or they wouldn't. They did. And we have to make a decision. Yes, we have to make a decision to take it back. And that's why when you saw I posted the video on my live, I said, no longer will I be silent. It don't matter the family that I come from, because sometimes the generational patterns will tell us to hush. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you got the audacity to be free? You got the audacity to find out who you are. You got the audacity to speak and something move. You got the audacity to bind up, to lose. You got what? You got the audacity to know that you have power and authority. You got the audacity. You got to say, yes, I do. And I'm going to take it back. So, in the voices of the hurting, the introduction builds up this beautiful story of the power of voice. And I'm going to say this therapeutically, in a practical sense. There's something about when you speak it out and your brain hears your voice. And I'm just telling you science. I'm just telling you the scientific part of it. There's something about when you say it out of your mouth and it registers with your brain. Powerful. That's why I'm saying, do you know how powerful you are? That's why we got to be careful. If I say some sayings, y'all probably will say, oh, you can probably finish it for me. So if I say it ain't one thing, you can finish it for me. If I say, oh my goodness, what goes around comes around, you can probably finish it for me. So we got to be very careful of the things that we say. We got to be very careful of the things that we say. We got to be very careful of the things that come out of our mouth. We got to be very careful of what we speak. Because remember, you got a superpower. Remember, you got a dynamite in your mouth. How many times have we seen, especially in the world that we live in, how many times have we seen someone say something and it caused so much collateral damage? How many times have we seen someone say something and it caused so much pain and detriment to somebody? Bullying, we see someone take their life. So we got to be careful of what comes out of our mouth. And even though this book is called Voices of the Hurting, we are also healing. So I said the first part is called Ouch That Hurts, because truth be told, pain is pain. And pain does not discriminate. Truth be told, hurt is hurt. And hurt does not discriminate. Truth be told, healing is healing. And healing does not discriminate. Healing does not discriminate. Healing does not care if you man, woman, boy, girl. We all can heal, just like we all hurt. We all can heal, just like we all have hurt. We can take that hurt, we can take that pain, and if we manage it properly, it can be a balm or a healing ointment to someone else, which is why I wrote this book, because there's some of my stories in here, and I wrote that book to let people know that even as I continue to heal and you continue to heal, just to let people know that you are healing. So the second part of the book, it says, hello, I'm healing. That's the second part of the book. It says, hello, I'm healing. And healing is ing. So Just to clarify, nobody has arrived to their perfect place. Nobody has made it to their perfect place. We are all on this trajectory, okay? We are all on this path of healing and becoming, excuse me, our best self. And each and every day we should find out all the more who we are. Each and every day we find out all the more who God is cultivating and creating us to be. So in the first part of this book, it's ouch that hurts, because let's truth be told, there's some things in our life that hurts. There's some things that have been said that hurts, right? Truth be told. But the second part of the book, it says, hello, I'm healing. It's something about when I'm working with clients, and even in my own healing journey, it's something about when you get a revelation, right? It's something about when you get a revelation of who you are, when you get a revelation of that you're more than your circumstance, that you're more than your current conditions. When you get that revelation, you say, hello, I'm healing. Hello, I'm healing. Hello, I take full acceptance of my story, the parts that I don't want to talk about. I'm gonna talk a little bit over here about the church. So here in the church, we heal, and we get reinvigorated, and we evolve. And there's parts of our story that we just say, hey, I just need to suppress it. I just want to put it over here. I need to be put on the shelf. I don't want to talk about it. Right? But God says you overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. So if I keep silent about that, how am I going to allow others to overcome? How am I going to continue to overcome? Right? Right? So, first part of the book, ouch, that hurts. Second part of the book, hello, I'm healing. Hello, I'm healing. I'm healing, and so are you. That's simply, we want to talk about in the church, that's simply the process of sanctification. Sanctification is this process of evolving. And as you go through and things are made known that we need to acknowledge, things are made known that we need to uncover, you are healing. You are healing. Yes, you are. So, want y'all to share and tag a friend. I want y'all to like, share, and comment. I want y'all to like, share, and comment this broadcast. Tag a friend. Again, the goal of this is to just heal. That's simply the goal. It's to just heal. The goal is to simply just heal, because we're all on a journey. We're all in a process. We're all, trying to make it. We're all trying to get to our next. We're all trying to get to our destiny, what we've been called to, what He's called us to do. We're all trying to get to that place. We're all trying to make it. So, in this book, I just want to share a little bit of the information. When you get this book, there are at the end of each chapter, there are different prompts. So there are different prompts, different exercises that you can do. So this is let me bring it up here. This is one page. That's a prompt. And then you read, and then they have another prompt you can write in. So this is not just a book to read and to talk about those voices, but this is also a book where you can actually write your thoughts and journal. And I even say in the introduction, this could be a good book that you can couple with therapy. This can be a good book where you can not just only couple with therapy, but you can also couple this book, with if you want to do a women's book club. I think this will be great. It's a really simple read. And so, and this book I've been having this book in my heart, in my mind and my spirit for a long time. And I'm just so thankful to God that He has given me the ability to be able to birth it out and release it. And so, yes, so please go and get you a copy of this. Like I said, very simple read. This is just a proof. So this is not the final copy, but this is just a proof. So go and get you a book. Let me tell you where you can get them at. Hold on one second. Let me actually put it in the chat. So you can go buy the copy off of Amazon. But let me share with you. I'm going to put this in the chat. So as you can see here, you can you can go to this website. I put it in the chat, put it in the comments. You can go to this website and you can publish this and my website is also at the bottom flashing, but you can purchase this at my website at NakeishaFleming.com. As soon as you go to that website, if you scroll down after it tells you about, meet Lady K, you can go down a little bit and it says new book available now, and it says purchase here, and you can purchase it there. It'll take you directly to Amazon, and I'm gonna tell you the cool thing about this. So you can purchase the book as a Kindle. So I have a Kindle version for the book, and then I also have a paperback copy. So I have a Kindle version for the book, and then I also have a paperback copy. So you can buy it Kindle version, or you can also buy it paperback. So if you like me, I like to have something in my hand, but sometimes I buy Kindle and I buy paperback. So there's Kindle version and there's paperback version. So there's Kindle and paperback. I put the website in the chat for you all. So y'all go and buy one. I also want to share with you, there will be a book signing, so be on the lookout for that. There will be a book signing, so be on the lookout for that. The book signing will be on July the 25th. July the 25th. And it's going to be at Bookends. I'm gonna get a flyer made and I'm gonna post it. But it'll be at not bookends.com, but it'll be at Bookends at downtown Pontotoc, and it'll be from 1 p.m. to 3. And also too, I have some books coming in. So a lot of people have asked me, do you have any on hand? I have some books coming in soon, and I will have some on hand, and you can purchase some of them from me for as long as I have them on hand. So I'm ordering a batch, and then I'm going to order another batch for my book signing. So I'm going to order another batch. So I just want to thank y'all for taking the time to tune in, for taking the time to come in and spend your evening with me. I told you we're not going to be on this very long. The healing room was started just as, like I said, as a place and a space for conversation to happen. It was started as a space and a place for conversation to happen, for us to heal together, y'all. We need a healing. We need a healing to take place, and the healing room was started as a place to do that. As a place to do that. Thank you, sis. She said, made my purchase. Thank you. I really appreciate the love. That's my sister, y'all. Yeah, so there's just want to share. I guess I'll share a little bit from my book. Y'all, when I was writing this, I was in my bag. You know what they say? I was in my bag. I was like, I have gone back when I got the proof. I said, let me go back and just read it. And I went back and read it, and I was like, oh, that's good. That's good. So let me find something that I want to read. Let me find something that I want to read. I'm going to read a little bit of something to y'all tonight. Let me see. All right. I'm going to read. So there's a chapter in here. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You have to buy the book. But there's a chapter in here that talks about the stages of development. The stages of development. There is a psychologist named Erik Erikson, and he talks about the stages of development. And basically, in each stage, the child at a certain time frame of their development or their lifespan, they're learning different social skills and life skills. There's 8 stages of development. So in this particular chapter, I talk about how important the first stage is. So let me give you a little bit of therapy. Uh-oh. Let me fix my light again. Y'all excuse me. There we go. A little technical difficulties. But in this particular chapter, in these different stages, the first stage, and I'm giving you a little bit of therapy, so I'm getting a little therapy or a little bit of some education right now. But in the first stage, it says of development, it says trust versus mistrust. Trust versus mistrust. So in the first stage of your life, of your childhood, it's so vital because you are learning how to trust. So as a baby, when I cry, is there someone there to console me? Is there someone there to pick me up? Is there someone there to feed me when I'm hungry? Is there someone there to hold me? Is there someone there to love me? Is there someone there, right? And if I find out, or if I go through that development stage and I'm in need and no caregivers that'll meet my need, then I may grow up not trusting people. But I want to say this, I want to preference this, that just because it happened to you doesn't mean it has to shape you, right? It doesn't have to determine your destiny. It does not, it's not the conclusion of the matter, right? It happened to you, it got you where you are, but this is an opportunity you have buying the book. And the book is simply for you to just look, to reflect, to observe what has happened, what has been in my life. What have I tried to ignore? What have I tried to suppress? What have I just hoped and wished if I didn't look at it, if I didn't think about it, it didn't happen? What is it? What is that, right? And so I'm going to read a little bit of this insert from this book. I'm trying to find some. So let me read this. Y'all ready? Y'all getting a little preview, and those who go back and hit that replay button gonna get a little preview. So this is in one of the chapters of the book. I'm not gonna tell you. This talks about the stages of development, and it gives stories. These are my own personal stories and experiences that it gives. So y'all ready? Y'all ready? If you ready, say ready. Say ready. Say ready in the comments. Say ready. If you're ready, I'm gonna read a little bit from my book. I'm just gonna read probably a paragraph. If you're ready, say ready. Remember, we talked about the book, and I was telling you there's two parts of the book. The first part is ouch, that hurts. The next part is hello, I'm healing. And the first part talks about the different voices, like the voice of rejection, the voice of insecurity, the voice of disappointment. All right, I see some readies. I see some readies. All right, hey, Kizzy. I see some readies. I'm gonna read a little bit from my book. And also remember that each chapter has a prompt that you can do. At the end of each chapter, you have a prompt that you can do. At the end of each chapter, we have a prompt. Let me see if I can get a few more readies. Let me get a few more. Okay, Margaret, you helping us out. Let me get a few more readies. Y'all remember, like, tag, and share this broadcast. Tag a friend. Tell them that the healing room is on. We are back and we are better. Tell them. Tag a friend. Yes, yes, yes. And remember, the goal is to simply heal. We are just here to heal, and we doing that by having a conversation. Let me get some more readies in the chat. Let's get some more readies in the chat. Let me get some more readies in the chat. Let me get some more readies in the chat. Hey, let me get some more readies in the chat. Let me get some readies in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. And Sister Kizzy, sweet Sister Kizzy, hello. I'm gonna see if I can get one more ready, and I'm gonna read a little excerpt from my book. I'm not gonna tell you where it's at, because you gotta look for it. I'm not gonna tell you where it's at, but you gotta look for it. But like I said, I went back. Yeah, Ashley. I'll make a song about anything now. That's what my girls, they get it from. Honestly, they get it from, their daddy. He's a musically inclined too. He be humming and all that stuff in the house. So yes. All right, I got some readies. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I see someone, Casey. It's so nice to see you. Abante, ready. Okay, so let me read this from my book. All right. It says there are different stages in life that we do not manage well. Perhaps because we had a significant life transition, such as a move or the loss of a loved one. Perhaps it is because we were sexually or physically abused. Whatever the cause may be, those lessons have a way of leaving a mark on us. And we may feel as if we cannot process them fully to master the level of development that we need in order to move forward. Some of us reading this are stuck in a cycle and desperately need a push to pick ourselves up and move forward. Here is your push. So that's the little paragraph I'm going to read. So some of us just need a little push, and I'm Nikisha Flynn. I'm gonna push you. I'm the pusher. I'm the midwife in the spirit. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna push you, and I'm gonna tell you to push. I'm gonna push you, and I'm gonna tell you to push, because there are so many things that God has in store for you, and sometimes we'll hold ourselves up. We'll hold ourselves up, and so for the first part of the book, it's all about those voices, those negative voices that come in and try to, basically what it does is try to distort our identity. It tries to distort our character. It tries to come in and tell us we're not good enough, we're not worthy enough. But in the second half of the book, it says, "Hello, I'm healing." And it talks about acceptance. And acceptance is not that I will be received by everybody. Acceptance is not that everyone will like me or everyone would agree with me, but acceptance is I take full responsibility of my story. That's what acceptance is. It means that I accept my story. I accept the good. I accept the bad. I accept the things that brought me tears. I accept the things that brought me joy. I accept my full story, and I don't hide from it. I don't push it to the back. Listen, and I share this. This is part of my testimony, and I'm still healing. Hear me? And all the wonderful things that are going on in my life and all the things that God is doing, let me tell you something. I'm still healing. Last year, my brother was murdered. Not only did he die, but he was murdered. That still affects me to this day. It still hurts me to this day. I'm still healing from it. I'm in a much better place than when I was last year. My family is still healing from it. We're in a much better place than we were last year. Days, good day. Well, I say good moments and bad moments. And so, with each stage of life that comes, with each pain, with each grief, with each loss, we have to be intentional about our healing. Let me tell you something. You cannot heal passively. No, 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 no. You cannot heal passively. You cannot be passive with your healing. You cannot be passive with what has happened to you. And so, yes, God has cleaned me up. Yes, I'm a believer. I'm a Christian. That's my belief. Yes, I love my belief. I love God. I love the church. Yes, all those things. And I don't say Jesus and A-N-D. I say Jesus in. I-N. Let's bring him into the room. Let's bring him into the healing process. Let's let him come in and let him listen. He says we have a high priest that's been touched with every last one of our infirmities. So he has felt the pain that I have felt too. He know what it's like to be rejected. He know what it's like to be disappointed. He know what it's like to have that trauma of trauma. He died on the cross. He was falsely accused. He has experienced some trauma. He was nailed on the cross. He didn't die immediately. He felt that physical pain. That was traumatic for him. He was in the Garden of Gethsemane. I basically said Jesus was on death row for a crime he did not even commit. And he was under severe emotional distress. So much that they say he sweat like droplets of blood. Some theologians say that he actually did sweat droplets of blood. So if he went through it, and listen, Jesus said, "Lord, if this cup could pass from me," I think, what does that sound like to you? Does that sound a little bit like some insecurity? Because we forget that he was 100% God and 100% man. We forget that he was 100% divine, wrapped in human flesh. But he said, nevertheless. So we go through pain. That was painful what he went through. We go through pain and we have questions. And one of the biggest questions that we have, that I get a lot as a therapist, that I've asked my own self, especially when I just told you about my brother, he was murdered last year. I asked my own self, I asked God, why? Right? But in the process of healing, in the process of acceptance mean that I don't agree with it. It means I don't like it. I'm not clapping about it. I'm not jumping up and down about it, but acceptance means what it is. I take in fully what happened to me. I take in I take in growing up and feeling that rejection from a friend. I take in feeling a disappointment from a promise that maybe my father made. I take in not being accepted by peers. I take it in. I accept it all. I take in earning the degree. I take in getting the master's. I take in getting married and having two beautiful children. I take it all in, both the joy and the tears, the good and the bad. I take it all in. I accept my full story because it made me who I am. And I tell you what, I couldn't have written this book had I not accept my full story. Okay. So y'all go and buy the book again. I'm a put it in the comments again. Y'all go and buy the book. Y'all go and buy the book. Y'all go and buy the book. Here's the website. It is www.nikishafleming.com. www.nikishafleming.com. Y'all go and buy this book. I believe it'll be a blessing. Like I said, it's an easy read. It's a short read. You know, it won't take you long to read it. Y'all go and buy this book. Y'all go and buy this book. Go and, just read it, pass it on, be a blessing. And I want to share with you again that we will be having the book signing. It will be at Bookends at Downtown Pontotoc. There will be a graphic that'll be made soon. And I would love for you to come. I also want to share something with you all. We need a B3 habit. Come on here. But I want to share a graphic with you all for something for you all to be on the lookout. I'm gonna see if I can load it here. I'm gonna share this graphic. Something I just been working. I'm in a season where I'm like Nehemiah. I'm doing a great work, and I can't come down, but I won't come down. Like my mind is made up. My heart is fixed. My mind is made up. So that's just where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I'm gonna show y'all something real quick that I'm working on. If any of y'all have seen the video when I was preaching in Atlanta, I said take it back. And so part of what's gonna be at the book signing is it's gonna be a t-shirt. Let me see if I can put it here. There it is. Y'all see that? Don't that look good? Don't that look good? So I'll be posting soon. I'll be taking t-shirt orders. Yes, Ashley, I'll be taking t-shirt orders. And guys, this shirt will be available in white, gray, and black. It's going to be available in white, gray, and black. So I'm gonna get a few demo shirts just to kind of see how they look and model them. But this will be ready for purchase. And thank you so much, Ashley. But this will be available for purchase at the book signing. And I want to make sure that I show love to my church family. I appreciate how y'all love on me and Pastor Rob and our girls. And so I want to make sure that y'all are special to me. So I want to make sure I take care of you all as well if you would like one. And so, yeah, take it back. I just believe, y'all, it's time. It's time. It's time to declare. It's time for us to speak it before we see it with our natural eyes because it's already there in the spirit. And you know what? I was just telling somebody, I said, you know what? You can't give up. You got to heal. I can't give up. I got to heal. Why? Because I got girls who are looking at me. I got girls who are looking at mama who need to know that through the challenges, through the disrespect and through the hatred and through what all that goes on in the world, I gotta let my girls know you gotta heal. You gotta be your best self. You got to. You gotta heal. You gotta take it back. And take it back is like taking your voice back. Not letting it silence you. Taking it back is being you respectfully and unapologetically. Taking it back is when somebody asks you, "Hey, what is going on?" You can say, "Hey, I'm just healing. Hello, I'm just healing. What's different about her? I'm just healing. What's different about him? I'm just healing. What's going on with her? I'm just healing. What they been up to? I just been healing." Taking it back, and we do it with divine boldness. We do it with divine compassion, with divine respect. That's how we do it. So that will be ready and available, and there'll be some at the. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Mama. She said, "Love it. Thank you, thank you, thank y'all so much for tuning in." So yes, again, go and purchase the book. Go and purchase the book. You can buy it on Amazon paperback and get your paperback, or you can buy it on Kindle as well. And so I'm gonna have a few on hand coming soon. But yes, go and buy yours. Buy yours. You won't regret it. It has little exercises at the end of each chapter. I think it's great to couple with a book club. I think it's great to do like a women's accountability group or a men's accountability group. I also think it's great to just couple it with like if you're going to therapy. It's really, really great. Some exercises. Yay! Mama said I have my book. Love it, love it, love it. So I just want to let y'all know that in this season, all things are healing. Yes. In this season, all things are healing. So God is doing something great, and you are right in the middle of it. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, see ya.